It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm walking down to the depot. We got coal trains sitting down here. I don't recognize it. I don't think it's SCWX coal train. Let's see what the excitement is today. All right, thank you. All right, we have a TILX coal train. I've never seen them before. He's sitting on the siding over there. Well, that one's an MILX there, so we got TILX, MILX. Let's see what the third car says. Can't read it, it's behind the tree. I can't see the other one. That was a DKPX. Wow. I don't know what this is all about. This locomotive doesn't have the name on the side of it, what type it is. It's an AC. I'm going by the lightning bolt. And it's a 6-axle locomotive. I don't know if it's 4,000 or 4,400. We got EOT on the front up here. I don't know whether they tied this train down and the crew's gone or whether it's got crew on it or not. I can't tell. Thank y'all. Big long coal tray full of those. All right, thank you. Hope you're having fun. Read it. I didn't think it had a sticker on it. This is a CM44A8 7282. I'm getting some close-up shots of it. Alright, the toilet drain there. That's the brake piston. This is a radial truck. When this side pops out, these outer wheels will move in, causing the axles to turn, and that will rotate around the corner that way. When it goes flat in and the other side pops out, then it makes it to turn that way. Alright. This is a hunt damper. If you didn't have that on that, the trucks could bounce off the rail, start swiveling back and forth and stuff. Alright, we don't have a crew on this locomotive. It's got an actual bell on it. That's the traction motor over there. That's the air coming down to keep it cool. And I guess the gearbox for the wheel is on the other side. I don't think it's over on this side. Alright, this is your fuel tank. It's got 2,740 gallons worth of fuel in it. That's your emergency fuel shut off. If you mash that button, that starts the engine, doesn't allow fuel to get in. It says 2,700 gallons. I don't exactly see the fuel in this one. That means the fuel's down here, y'all. These cables here are for your traction motor. See, this thing goes to the middle one. That set right there goes down to the one back here. And it's hard to see, but the gearbox is on the other side on this one. Sure looks like it. up in there. That's the wheel up there. And I know this is manually operated. I don't see the best something to operate this thing. So we got a newer locomotive with older technology. The action motor lead may contain high voltage from charge capacitors. Remove power before service the motor by raising the barrier bar located in the auxiliary cab. And when you do that, when you raise that bar, that supposedly discharges the cable. It grounds them out so the discharge is done. Alright, we got a red jumper cable and a yellow jumper cable. The yellow one's in the storage position on the locomotive on the left. The red one is in the engage position where it's actually tying the locomotive together. Alright, they got 3 air hoses, 3 sets of air hoses on this side, and they're using the ones on the other side. They only need to hook up one side or the other. And like I said, those are the main reservoir. The independent brake and the sanders are used by those 3 hoses, if I remember correctly. Alright, this locomotive is what I call a bell bottom, but it's a rigid frame truck. But with the yoke going around the bearings on the axles, it looks like a bell to me, so I call it bell bottom. And basically it's got the same things on it. You don't see the electrical cables over here, you got a lot of piping coming over here. Alright. Big pipe coming down up here, comes down, drops through the truck, and that's the sand. Put sand down on the track just ahead of the truck if you're going that way. And that cleans all the moisture cleaner out of the air compressor. They clean the moisture out, and then they put the air in those 2 big round tanks there, your air tanks for this locomotive. Made in Canada. Fuan. F-U-A-N. That's written. Where can I put it? Right over here. Timken Baron. Alright, let me walk down through here. Alright, that little hose pipe there is picking up air from the cab and it delivers it to the brake cylinder. I don't know what that is. They're draining something. I don't think the locomotive automatically drains it. I think that might be for maintenance or whatever. There's 2 more moisture ejectors. That's your main line, air line, I believe. And that goes up to the controls in the cab, and then it comes back down on this line here. That puts air, gives air to the pistons to tie the brakes down. Alright, so there's a 38-inch witness groove, 42-inch wheel. These wheels are so covered up I can't see it. I've seen that on this locomotive. Let's see if we can see it better. That's something new. I've never seen that sticker before. Alright. Can you see the groove on the rim? Right down here in the sunlight. Maybe that's it, I don't know. So the witness groove, I'm just guessing now, will give them a mark on anywhere on the tread of the wheel that they can check the thickness of the tread and determine whether it's in their satisfactory levels and stuff. This one's got 2,080 gallons. And of course it won't be showing up on there. That's the brake shoe on that rim right there. Straight dead center. That's why they want to know how thick those rims are. We can mess with the operating of the locomotive if that rim gets too thin, you know, to get down to where it can brake and stuff. Alright, he's got handbrakes tied down here. And there's the piston for the handbrakes. There's the air tank for the car, and that's the triple valve. Air comes in on the air hose. It runs over here to the triple valve. And when you're supplying air to it, the triple valve is going to put air into the tank up there. And that's actually two air tanks in one. If you notice, you got two pipes up there. You got this pipe and you got that pipe. Alright, and that's charging up the reservoir, the operating reservoir side and the emergency reservoir side. So like I said, it's two air tanks. Alright, you also got another pipe out of the triple valve. And that's the one that's going up over the wall, going to the piston. That supplies the brakes. So what it's doing when it's filling this tank up is draining that cylinder over there, so it's releasing the brakes. Alright, when he's going down the track, he wants about 80 or 90 pounds of air on there. And it's different between passenger trains and freight trains, you know, how much air they're using. But anyway, so when he takes his brake throttle and he'll do what they call a reduction, he's going to remove about 3 to 5 pounds of air out of it, the initial reduction or something, about 3 pounds of air. That's going to reduce the air pressure in that pipe because that air's running out through the locomotive. The triple valve will fill that reduction in air brake pressure, and when it fills that reduction, it takes air out of the air reservoir side and applies it to the piston, and that starts a brake application. Alright, when he reduces the air some more, doing another reducing the air pressure more to continue his brake application, he's mashing harder on the brakes. Again, air comes out of the reservoir and goes through the triple valve over to the cylinder. Alright, now when he adds air to it and starts building the air pressure back up, he's releasing the brake. The triple valve does, like I said, it takes air releases the air out of the piston so it collapses. In other words, it goes back in, releases the brakes. It starts applying air to these tanks and makes sure they're both at full pressure. Alright y'all, so that's how the brakes on a railroad car work. Say motion controlled trucks. So I assume these are the ones that got the little brake cylinder on them. It's not on, I only got one cylinder for the whole car. Look at that pretty cardinal up there. That's beautiful. The graffiti train. V-O-S-E-R. Bosser. He's got his name all over it. Yeah. That's why I came down here for. I wanted to see what those red things were. Got a chemtrailer up there, y'all. Thermal bond paint. Somebody's done sanded it off. Trying to get rid of the old graffiti. Let it ride. It's a losing game. Mother and somebody covered up the bad part. Go sing camel. Alright, when this car is going through the coal dump, this is what is hit that causes the doors to open up. Alright, this one's set up a little bit different, but still the same thing. Your piston's over there in the shadow. Your air reservoir's up there. Your triple valve is there. Alright, now what is this big thing? And you got a tank back here, and you got two air hoses. You got one on the far side over there, and I hope it's over there. And you got one on this side. One, let me see, how do you know which one it is? Alright, but anyway, you got another air cylinder there, and you had that piston there, and that is open and close the doors on the car. When that bumper gets bumped, it moves the valve that opens and closes this door. Alright. That's just a pipe right there. It looks like it's cut off, so I guess they just put air in one side. When it goes back, that just allows that to breathe. So I don't know exactly what that box does or anything. Alright. You got a valve here. And what that does, if I remember now to get that correct, you got a big train, you're carrying it down the mountain. You'll flip this switch up, and that when you go to charge your reservoir up, you know, you're going down the mountain, you got air leaks, the reservoir gets, your train brakes start fading away. So you gotta recharge your train brakes. Well, what they'll do is the lead car on the train, they'll stop it at the top of the mountain or whatever, and they go up through 10 or 15 cars, and they lift up these retainers, and then they start down the mountain. All the cars on the train, the brakes were released except for the ones that had the retainer flipped up. Alright, this orange lever down here releases all the air that's in the piston. So it'll knock the brakes off. If you got a car sitting on the side of the track and you want to push it or roll it down the track, you know, you release all the air in the car, so you got no brakes on, and then you can push it and roll it down the track. So stay clear of doors in operation. It's talking about these doors down here. You don't want no coal landing on your feet. You don't want them doors swinging and knocking your legs out from under you. Radiant thaw heat only, maximum temperature 250 degrees Fahrenheit. 2-inch high friction composition shoes. It's talking about down there on the wheels, the brake shoes. Doors are locked when indicator is within stripe. Primary door indicator locked. I don't know, is that it over there? Alright, this car exceeds plate F when pickup shoe is in extended position but is within plate B when gag to gag, depress shoe and insert 1/2 inch diameter pin and lug at bottom of shoe. He's talking about that. Alright, the plates he's talking about, plate F and plate B. They got maps of cars. They got a sheet of paper, and they'll have a boxcar on it, and they'll measure the height, the width of it, the length of it, and everything has to be in that measurement to be according to whatever plate it is. A plate B car is smaller than a plate F. The plate F is a more modern car. Alright, because that sticks out, that now makes it a plate F car because it's, you know, it fits in those tolerances on those drawings. If you got folded in, it's within plate B standard, which is pretty common. A lot of cars are plate Bs, or fit within it. Tank car, covered hopper, you name it. And extreme width, at what height the extreme width is, and then exterior width, and then you got extreme width, I think, and then cubic feet. So exterior width at 13'3", which would be up there, is going to be 10'8". Alright, you see this right here? That's how they track what railroad cars, every railroad car and every locomotive on transcontinental railroad system has that little box on there. And that box, they used to have the barcode system, and you know, which you had to look at. It would be a black piece of sticker stuck to the side of the car, the locomotive, and it had a bunch of colorful stripes on it. Well, anyway, that was what they used to do, but you know, due to the dirtiness of it, it wasn't really accurate. So now it's in a computer chip, or that can transmit the information now, and whenever it goes in, like Greenwood Yard over there, they got the readers on the side of the track that ping that, send a ping to that block there, and that block will transmit information out identifying this car, and it gets logged in. So at Maxwell Yard can sit there and pull that information up, and it's got every car on that train coming in order, and they'll look if they do have any problems or whatever. I'm gonna get back out of the way and stuff. I'm thinking these trucks here, they're motion controlled trucks, which to me those are the trucks that the heavier the car gets, it squashes down on those springs, and there's a lever that goes up to a switch that adjusts how fast or how hard the air is allowed into the piston. So anyway, I'll have to look at that. I had to get on the other side of the train and see if they got that. I don't know. Alright. I'm down here by myself. I've been down here since 6:30 this morning. This train was sitting here. I don't know if we got another train coming or when this one's going to take off or not. What is that, an old tie plate? Let me look at this sugar. This might be a tie plate off an old switch. Yeah, I would say so. And they used to have a switch here. They took it apart. Alright, let me flip this back over. Alright, thank you. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it. ET4488, which is an AC locomotive, it's got the lightning bolts on it, but it has bell-bottom trucks. Usually the AC locomotives had the radio trucks on them. So some guy I was talking to or whatever, talking about they having problems with the radio trucks, that the repairs on them are so expensive that they're really not saving the railroads any money. Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've been down here since about 6:30 this morning. It's getting close to 9 o'clock. I'm going to go take a break and I'll be back. Hopefully I don't miss anything. Hopefully y'all don't either. Thank you. Alright, I'm coming back down here after my lunch break and the train crew's back. They're pulling out that coal train right now. Alright, thank you. Got somebody down here watching. DKPX NDYX FUX. Hey buddy, how you doing? Huh?
I have to hold my TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we made the anchor file.
I was seeing that the other day.
You see now your videos on YouTube.
Oh, mine?
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yep.
I've never seen this train before. It's a new one.
He said he came from Albertine. He was over there. We were talking on for a minute. Going to Albertine, he's going up to North Carolina with it.
All right.
Yeah, this one here was,
sister missed it.
Oh, she did. But, coming out of Elberton, I had to come out of Atlanta first, so probably
Yeah.
came down from Pennsylvania or Virginia or something like that.
Yeah, he said coming out of Elberton. He was out of Greenwood, and he said he's taking this up to North Carolina. I'm not sure exactly where. I'd asked him that, but he said he'll only stay up there for the night. It'll take him about 5 hours to get up there. But I said it's not too bad. That's not bad at all. He likes seeing you so much on the videos.
That's cool. Makes my day.
Yeah, he said this is 109 cars.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I came down here at 6:30 was down here. I had to go leave and I just had to get back. Distributed power unit coming up, y'all. Loaded coal train going to North Carolina. I've never seen this one before. 3306 ET44AA. Yeah, I was watching one pull up through here yesterday.